Hello students, in our last lecture we have studied two values of shares, issue value and face value and issue value. Now the third value of share is a market value. So market value means the value of share which is determined by demand and supply forces in the share market. So here share market means what is meant by share market. Have you heard the words like Bombay Stock Exchange or a national stock exchange, Sensex, Nifty, etc.? Yes. So share market is also called as a stock market or a stock exchange or a secondary market. So what is mean by a share market? A share market is a place where different types of securities means the financial instruments which are used to collect capital or to raise finance, that instruments are called as a securities. So different types of securities of companies are shares, equity shares, preference shares, debentures, bonds, etc. All these securities are purchased and sold at a place. That place is called as a stock exchange or a stock market or a share market. So the third value of a share, that is a market value, depends upon different forces of demand and supply in the share market. For example, suppose XYZ is a company, a private company, and that company is earning sufficient or handsome amount of profit every year, so that XYZ company is in a position to pay higher amount of return to its shareholders in the form of dividend. Already we have studied the term meaning of dividend. Dividend means the return which is paid by the company to its shareholders out of its profits. That return is called as a dividend. So XYZ company is earning handsome amount of profit every year, so that that company is in a position to pay higher amount of dividend to its shareholders. As higher amount of dividend is paid by the company to the shareholders, such type of company can easily create its name in the market. The value of its shares, market value of its equity shares, will increase from the original. Suppose the original value of the share is ₹10, but due to credit worthiness, higher profitability, quality products, that company is in a position to improve or raise the market value of its shares. So that third value is called as a market value. Then the next feature of share is rights. A share contains certain rights on its holder, such as right to receive dividend, right to inspect statutory books, right to attend shareholders meetings, and right to vote at such meetings, etc. So rights means we have already studied shareholders are the owners of the company. That's why many ownership rights are given by the company only to the shareholders of the company. So what are the different rights? Already you have studied all the rights last year. So different ownership rights which are given by the company to the equity shareholders or shareholders are: first, right to attend the meeting, right to participate in the management, means right to become a director of the company, right to attend the meeting, right to vote. By exercising different voting rights, equity shareholders or shareholders can control the overall business of the joint stock companies. All these features we are going to study in detail while studying the next point, equity shares and its features, so that you can easily come to know exact meaning or explanation of these points, ownership rights or different rights which are enjoyed by the shareholders. Then the next is income. A shareholder is entitled to get a share in the net profit of the company. It is called dividend. So we have already studied this term dividend. Dividend means every shareholder invests his amount or money into the share capital of the company to get returns. So that the returns which are given by the company to the shareholders is in the form of dividend. So what is meant by dividend? Dividend is the return which is paid by the company out of its profits to the shareholders. That return is called as a dividend. It is nothing but some share of a profit which is distributed by the company to the shareholders as a return on their investment in share capital of the company. That is called as a dividend. Then the next is transferability. Share is an asset or property of the shareholder. So share is a transferable property of a shareholder. He can transfer his ownership of shares to another person voluntarily or through operation of law. That's why share is considered as a transferable property of the shareholder. Then the next is property of the shareholder. again same explanation is there. Share is a movable means a transferable property. A shareholder can sell his ownership of shares to another person voluntarily or by operation of law, etc. Then last point is feature of share, kinds of shares. Kinds of shares means types of shares. So there are mainly two types of shares. One is equity shares and another is preference shares. Shares are mainly classified into these two types, equity shares and preference shares. Again, these equity shares are further classified into two types, equity shares with normal voting right and equity shares with differential voting rights. And preference shares are of 8 types: cumulative, non-cumulative, participating, non-participating, convertible, non-convertible, redeemable and irredeemable. Actually, this is very important or main part of the chapter. Always, every year, a broad question of 8 marks is asked on this topic, either on equity shares, preference shares or debentures. So study this topic or this part of the chapter very. See, first type of share is equity shares. Equity shares are also known as ordinary shares. Ordinary shares is another name for equity shares. Very simple definition of equity shares is there. Companies Act defines equity shares as those shares which are not preference shares. So equity shares are having unique features distinctive from preference shares, and these equity shareholders are considered as real owners or real masters of the company. Why? See, definition of the equity shares, those shares which are not preference shares. Why? See, first, the above definition reveals that A, that the equity shares do not enjoy preference for dividend, and second, B, the equity shares do not have priority for repayment of capital at the time of winding up of the company. So meaning of equity shares are those shares which do not enjoy any preferential right over and above preference shares in respect of receipt of dividend during the lifetime of the company, and second, whenever at the time of winding up means at the time of closure of the company, these equity shareholders get their amount of equity share capital last. Before equity shareholders, amount of preference share capital is paid by the company, and that's why equity shares do not enjoy any preferential right over and above preference shares in two aspects. First, during the lifetime of the company, first, dividend is always paid by the company to the preference shareholders, then after the dividend is paid to the equity shareholders, and second one, whenever company comes to an end, whenever at a time of winding up of the company or closure of the company, amount of capital is paid back first by the company to the preference shareholders and not to the equity shareholders. Students, if you want explanation of this topic in Marathi also, you can WhatsApp me or you can message me. Otherwise, I will continue to explain all this in English only. So why equity shares are distinctive or distinct from preference shareholders in these two matters or in these two aspects, payment of dividend and repayment of capital. So we have studied shareholders, though the shareholders are equity shareholders or preference shareholders. Equity shareholders means person who purchase equity shares of the company, that person is called as equity shareholder, and preference shareholder means person who purchase preference shares of the company, that person is called as a preference shareholder. So these equity shareholders or equity shares, every shareholder invests his amount in share capital of the company in order to get a return in the form of dividend. So whenever company earns sufficient amount or a higher amount of dividend, company never pay the amount of dividend first to the equity shareholders. First, preference is given to the preference shareholders. Again, at the time of winding up or closure of the company, if due to any reason, suppose due to COVID-19 or due to any reason, if company comes to an end or company is closed down or companies at the time in the event of winding up of the company also, every investor want to get back his amount of capital which is invested into the company's capital. But in such situation also, at the time of winding up of the company also, the amount of equity share capital is paid by the company at last. Equity shareholders are last claimants to assets and properties of the company. before any amount is given or before paying any amount to the equity shareholders, amount of preferential capital is paid back first by the company to the preference shareholders. So in the event of repayment of capital also, preference is given by the company to the preference shareholders. So the meaning of equity shares is that during the lifetime of the company, equity shares do not enjoy preferential rights in respect of two aspects. First, during the lifetime of the company, whenever company earns profit every year, first amount of dividend is paid to the preference shareholders, then only amount of dividend is paid to the equity shareholders. Means second preference is given to the equity shareholders. Again, in the event of winding up or closure of the company also, capital of all the creditors, capital of preference shareholders is paid back first or returned back first by the company, and then only at last the amount of capital is paid by the company to the equity shareholders. That's why equity shareholders do not enjoy, or equity shares do not enjoy any preferential right over and above preference shares in these two aspects. During the lifetime of the company, dividend is paid by the company first to the preference shares, then after to the equity shares. And in the event of winding up or closure of the company also, equity shareholders get their amount of capital back at last. Person who purchase equity shares of the company, that person is called as equity shareholder of the company. So there are certain unique features attached with the equity shares. These equity shareholders are considered as real owners of the company or real masters of the company. Why? Because the risk of the business associated with the ownership of the business is bear only by the equity shareholders. How the risk is bear by the equity shareholders? First, these equity shareholders get dividend at a fluctuating rate. Fluctuating rate means changing rate. The dividend which is payable by the company, which is paid by the company to the equity shareholders, is at a fluctuating rate. Means a changing rate depending upon profitability of the company. If company earns higher amount of profit, equity shareholders get higher amount of dividend. If company earns less amount of profit, equity shareholders get lower amount of dividend. And if company suffers from losses, these equity shareholders get no amount or zero amount of dividend. That means the risk of returns which is bear only by the equity shareholders of the company in the form of fluctuating dividend. Higher profit, higher dividend, lower profit, lower dividend, no profit or loss means no dividend. So the risk of loss is also bear by these equity shareholders of the company. Again, in the event of the winding up of the company or in the event of closure of the company, at that time also the equity shareholders get their amount of capital at last. They are last claimants or residual claimants to the assets and income of the company. As equity shareholders are the owners, they get their amount of capital back only after giving all the capital or repaying all the amount of capital to the creditors and preference shareholders. That's why the overall risk which is associated with the business is suffered or bear by these equity shareholders. That's why the equity shareholders are called as real masters or risk bearers or real owners of the company. See, first feature of equity shares, permanent capital. Permanent capital means the capital which is contributed by the equity shares is in the form of a permanent capital. Why permanent capital? Because equity shares are irredeemable shares. Irredeemable shares means non-refundable shares. Once the shares are sold by the company, that shares are not again purchased by the company. So that's why equity shares are irredeemable means non-repayable, non-refundable by the company throughout the lifetime of the company. And that's why the capital which is contributed by the equity shares is considered as a permanent capital of the company. Only equity share capital is a permanent capital of the company. The amount of equity shares is refunded or redeemed by the company. To redeem or to refund means to repay only in the event of winding up of the company. Otherwise, amount of equity share capital is not paid back by the company or returned back by the company to the shareholders, and that's why equity share capital is considered as permanent capital of the company. Second feature is fluctuating dividend. Fluctuating dividend. Equity shareholders get dividend. Dividend means the return on their investment in share capital of the company. The amount of dividend or the rate of dividend payable by the company to the equity shareholders is at a fluctuating rate. The rate of dividend is fluctuating depending upon profitability of the company. If company earns higher profit or handsome profit, equity shareholders get higher amount of dividend. They enjoy highest return in the form of higher dividend. If company suffers from losses or lower profit, these equity shareholders get no amount or less amount of dividend. That's why the dividend, the rate of dividend which is payable by the company to the equity shareholders is at a fluctuating rate. And the rate is recommended by the board of directors of the company. The equity shareholders cannot raise the rate of dividend recommended by the board of directors. Then the third point is rights. Equity shareholders enjoy certain rights. As equity shareholders are the real owners, they enjoy certain ownership rights. First is right to vote. Right to vote means it is a basic right of equity shareholders through which they elect directors, alter memorandum and articles of association, etc. So we have studied a joint stock company is a big business organization that requires a large amount or huge amount of capital. And the basic source or the main source of collecting capital for a joint stock company is by issue of shares. We have studied a joint stock company issue large number of shares at a time, say 1 lakh shares, 2 lakh shares, 5 lakh shares, 10 lakh shares, etc. That's why the number of shareholders are also large in number. 1 lakh shareholders, 2 lakh shareholders. Any person can purchase any number of shares he wants and can become a member of the company. Person who has completed his 18 years of age and who is sound in mind can easily become a member of the company by purchasing shares of its share of the company. So these shareholders, we have studied shareholders are the owners, but the shareholders are large in number, 1 lakh, 2 lakh, 3 lakh, etc. and scattered all over the world. Again, these shareholders are engaged in their own personal work, in their own personal business. That's why it is not possible for each and every shareholder, though they are owners, each and every shareholder, for each and every shareholder it is not possible to come and to manage or to look after the day-to-day business of the joint stock company. And for this purpose, these shareholders from among themselves elect their representatives. That elected representatives are called as a director. So these directors are the shareholders. So these rights are right to vote is the basic right of the equity shareholders mainly. Equity shareholders have right to attend the meeting, annual general meeting of the company, extraordinary general meeting of the company. Again, they can control, they can alter memorandum, alterations in memorandum and articles. These two documents are important documents of the joint stock company which are required at the time of registration of the joint stock company or incorporation of the joint stock company. So if any changes are required in memorandum of or article of association of the company, to alter or to make changes in any clause of the memorandum of articles, these are the rights which are given by the company only to the equity shareholders. Right to vote is the basic right of the equity shareholders. By exercising the voting rights, these equity shareholders can control overall business or overall management of the joint stock company. Then the second is right to share in profit. It is an important right of the equity shareholders. They have right to share in profit in the form of a dividend. We have studied dividend is always distributed by the company out of its profit, or dividend is a part of the profit which is distributed by the company to the shareholders. So right to get dividend or right to share in profit is also a right which is enjoyed by the equity shareholders. Again, right to inspect the books. As equity shareholders are the owners, they have right to inspect the different statutory books of the company, like register of members, register of debenture holders, different books of accounts of the company, they can inspect. Then right to transfer shares. Already we have studied share is a transferable property of the shareholder. So equity shareholder enjoy the right to transfer. Here to transfer means to sell or to gift. To transfer shares as per the procedure laid down in the articles of association. So these are the rights which are enjoyed only by the equity shareholder of the company. Right to vote, right to get dividend, right to inspect books, right to transfer shares, etc. right to become a director, right to alter memorandum, articles, etc. Then the next point is no preferential right. Already we have studied a meaning of equity shares. Equity shares do not enjoy any preferential right over and above the preference shares while getting the amount of dividend during the lifetime of the company, and in the event of winding up or closure of the company also, equity shareholders get their amount of capital back at last. Before equity shareholders or equity shares, amount of creditors and preference shareholders is paid by the company. That's why no preferential right is enjoyed by the equity shares while receiving the amount of dividend during the lifetime of the company, and in the event of winding up of the company also, they paid their amount last. They get their amount of capital last. So in these two aspects, equity shares do not enjoy any preferential right. Then the next is controlling power. Here 13 features of equity shares are given. You can study any 8 to 9 features of equity shares. Next is controlling power. Equity shareholders are real masters of the company. Why real masters or controllers of the company? The basic or unique right which is enjoyed only by the equity shareholders is a right to vote. By exercising voting rights, the equity shareholders of the company can control overall management or overall business of the joint stock company. How? As equity shareholders are the owners, business is managed by the board of directors, because it is not possible for each and every shareholder to come and look after the business. That's why these equity shareholders from among themselves appoint or elect some representatives in the form of directors. So the board of directors manage the overall business on behalf of all the shareholders or all the owners. But though the business is managed by the board of directors cannot directly implement any decision taken by them. First, they have to take approval or sanction from the equity shareholders in the annual general meeting. Each and every proposal is required to be discussed before the equity shareholders and required to take approval from the equity shareholders in the form of votes. So by exercising the voting rights, equity shareholders of the company can control overall business or overall management of the joint stock company. That's why they are also called as real masters or controllers of the company, because they have a voting right, and by exercising their voting rights they can change any decision taken by the board of directors. Then the next is risk. Equity shareholders bear the maximum risk. Already we have discussed, they bear the risk in the form of in the situation of loss, these equity shareholders get no amount of dividend, or in the event of less profit they get less amount of dividend. That means the situation of loss is suffered or bear by the equity shareholders. They are the shock absorbers of the company. Then the next is the residual claimant. Residual claimant means equity shareholders as owners, they are residual claimants to all assets and incomes or earnings of the company after expenses, taxes, etc. are paid. A residual claim means the last claim to the earnings of the company. Although equity shareholders come last, they have advantage of receiving entire earnings that is left over. So residual claimants means as equity shareholders are the real owners, after paying all the expenses or taxes, the earnings which are remain, that earnings are enjoyed by the equity shareholders. That means equity shareholders are the last claimants to the assets or properties of the company. But though they are last claimants to the assets and properties of the company, sometimes they enjoyed highest return in the form of, if large amount of income is retained or remain at last, that large amount or large earnings are enjoyed only by the equity shareholders of the company.